One of my very first Hollow Knight videos on this channel was detailing several Hollow Knight playthrough challenges that I came up with myself. I highly recommend checking that one out first if you haven't seen it. I'll link it in the cards on screen and the description. In the time since then, I've come up with more, so here is Hollow Knight Challenges to Try Part 2. Number 1. No Lumafly Lantern. To get any ending of the game outside of Godseeker mode, there are parts of Pitch Black Deepness that you'll have to pass through at some point. You'll also need to have Desolate Dive to get into Crystal Peak. But hey, at least it'll save you 1800 Geo. Number 2. No Isma's Tear. This means that in order to reach Monomon, you'll either have to do an extremely precise crystal dash over acid or pick up the Shade Cloak. Same to get into Queen's Gardens. I realize that this is the standard for the any % NMG route, but you can still try it even if you're not a speedrunner. Number 3. No rewards for saving grubs. I assume you're still going to save them anyway because you're a good person, but you can't go into Grub Home to reap the material benefits of doing so. For one thing, you won't be able to have all the charms, all mask shards, or all pale ore. You'll also be missing out on a considerable amount of Geo. Speaking of missing out on Geo, that brings us to number 4, no selling any relics to Lem. Not even the ones you get automatically from the Seer. That's a total of exactly 21,650 Geo that you won't get to have. Also Geo-related is number 5, do a Steel Soul run without selling any rancid eggs to Jin. Better yet, you could actually get the simple key to unlock her house and even speak to her with an egg in your inventory, but refuse to sell it to her. Number 6, always have Joni's Blessing equipped. Essentially, a no-focus run. And you won't just be not using focus voluntarily, you'll be barred from doing so. Better hope those extra couple masks the charm gives you will be enough to keep you from dying between benches. To raise the stakes, do it in Steel Soul mode. Maybe even make it the only charm you're allowed to use. Number 7, play Hollow Knight in a language that you don't speak. And I don't mean one that you're trying to learn as a second language and this playthrough will be a means of practicing it, although you could do that if you wanted. I mean one you don't know any of at all. Better yet, one with a different writing system. See if you can remember which stag station is which and what exactly you're saying yes and no to. Number 8, create a build of all your least favorite charms and use it for an entire playthrough. Better yet, a true ending or God Home ending run. Figure out which charms you dislike the most or use the least often, make them into a build that fits into the 11 allotted charm notches, and keep them on. Don't like Glowing Womb because it sucks up your soul? Don't like Heavy Blow because it puts the enemies farther away from you? Hate that Fluke Nest eliminates the range of Shade Soul? Or that the aforementioned Joni's Blessing takes away your ability to heal? Whichever the charm and whatever the reason, equip it and cope. The next several challenges all have to do with limiting your ways of acquiring Geo and/or Essence. For Geo, you could limit yourself to getting it from either only enemies and bosses, or only Geo rocks and chests. For Essence, you could have a rule against Whispering Roots, Warrior Dreams, or Dream Bosses. No Whispering Roots could especially be challenging in Steel Soul mode because all of your Essence will have to be gained from potentially deadly combat. Anyway, since Silksong still isn't out yet and some players might be looking for more things to do with Hollow Knight, these ideas and the ones from my previous challenges video might be able to offer some new engagement, and I hope they do so. So what do you think of my challenge ideas? Are you planning on trying any of them? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. To see more like it, subscribe and turn on notifications. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.